The divine union of souls through physical intimacy represents one of the most misunderstood aspects of spiritual life. For too long, seekers have been taught that the body and its natural expression stand in opposition to enlightenment, that physical love must be transcended or suppressed to reach God. This teaching, though well-intentioned, creates an artificial division within the human experience and denies the sacred potential inherent in all of God's creation. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, give me a like, comment below about your thought and hit subscribe button so you don't miss any video inspired by Yogananda's teaching. Thank you very much. When two souls come together in physical union with the proper consciousness, they participate in an act of cosmic creativity that mirrors the divine dance of creation itself. The sexual energy that flows through the human body is not separate from spiritual energy. It is the same force, the same prana, the same divine current that animates all life and sustains the universe. To condemn this energy is to condemn the very power through which God expresses in the material world. The ancient rishis of India understood this truth deeply. They recognized that the creative force residing at the base of the spine, which they called Kundalini, represents the sleeping potential of divine consciousness within each person. This same energy, when expressed through physical union, can either bind the soul to material consciousness or elevate it toward divine awareness. The difference lies not in the act itself, but in the consciousness with which it is approached. When sexual union occurs between two people who view each other merely as objects of pleasure, as means to satisfy personal desire, the experience depletes vital energy and reinforces the ego's illusion of separation. The consciousness remains trapped in the lower centers of awareness, focused solely on physical sensation and temporary gratification. Such encounters leave the participants feeling empty, drained, and increasingly disconnected from their true spiritual nature. However, when two souls approach physical intimacy as a sacred communion, when they see the divine presence shining through each other's eyes, when they offer themselves completely in love and devotion, the experience becomes transformative. The sexual energy, rather than dissipating outward in mere physical release, rises upward through the subtle channels of the spine, awakening higher centers of consciousness and creating a profound sense of unity with all existence. This sacred approach to physical love requires preparation of both body and mind. The partners must first establish a foundation of genuine love, respect, and spiritual aspiration. They must see beyond the physical form to recognize the immortal soul dwelling within. They must approach each other not with grasping desire, but with an attitude of worship, seeing their beloved as a manifestation of the Divine Mother or Divine Father. Before coming together physically, the couple should engage in meditation and prayer, purifying their consciousness and invoking divine presence. They might sit together in silence, harmonizing their breathing, feeling their individual energies beginning to merge and resonate. They should consciously offer their union to God, asking that their coming together serve the highest spiritual purpose and bring them closer to divine realization. During the act of physical union itself, the consciousness should remain elevated and aware. Rather than losing themselves in unconscious passion, the partners maintain a meditative awareness, feeling the divine energy flowing between them and through them. They breathe together, move together, merge together not just physically but on all levels of being, emotional, mental, and spiritual. The experience becomes a moving meditation, a dynamic form of yoga in which two become one. The eyes, which yogic science teaches are windows to the soul, should remain open and connected. Through sustained eye contact, the partners can experience a profound soul-to-soul communion that transcends physical sensation. In these moments, they may glimpse the eternal truth that they are not separate beings but expressions of one infinite consciousness, temporarily inhabiting different forms. The breath, which carries the life force throughout the body, should be consciously directed and controlled. By breathing in unison, By visualizing the divine light flowing with each inhalation and exhalation, the couple can intensify and elevate the experience. The ancient tantric practitioners developed elaborate breathing techniques specifically for this purpose, understanding that breath control is the key to energy control. As the sexual energy builds and intensifies, rather than allowing it to discharge completely through physical release, the advanced practitioner learns to draw this powerful force upward through the spine to the higher spiritual centers. This requires practice, discipline, and a genuine desire for spiritual growth rather than mere physical pleasure. When accomplished, this upward movement of energy can trigger profound states of expanded consciousness, mystical visions, and direct experience of divine bliss that far surpasses any purely physical sensation. This is not to say that physical release is wrong or should always be avoided. For those living in the world, for married couples seeking to create new life, the natural completion of the sexual act serves important purposes. However, even in these cases, the consciousness with which the act is approached determines whether it becomes a sacred or merely mundane experience. The key understanding is that sexual energy represents concentrated life force, and how we use this force determines our spiritual evolution. When this energy is wasted through excessive or unconscious sexual activity, it depletes the vital reserves needed for spiritual practice and higher consciousness. When it is conserved and transmuted through yogic techniques, it becomes rocket fuel for spiritual ascension. Many spiritual seekers, upon learning these truths, make the mistake of attempting to suppress sexual energy through sheer willpower. This approach typically fails and often creates psychological problems. Sexual energy cannot be successfully suppressed, it can only be transformed. The yogi learns to redirect this powerful force into spiritual channels through meditation, pranayama, devotional practices, and selfless service. For those called to the celibate path, complete conservation of sexual energy allows for rapid spiritual progress. The tremendous power that would otherwise be expressed through physical union becomes available for inner spiritual work. The great saints and yogis who achieved the highest states of God realization often followed this path, channeling all their creative energy toward union with the divine. However, the householder path, the path of those who marry and live in the world, also offers opportunities for spiritual growth when approached with wisdom. A married couple who truly love each other, who support each other's spiritual development, who approach physical intimacy as a sacred practice rather than mere indulgence, can make steady spiritual progress while fulfilling their worldly duties. The essential principle is moderation in consciousness. Physical union should occur not from compulsive desire but from genuine love and spiritual intention. It should leave both partners feeling energized, uplifted, and more connected to the divine, rather than depleted and disconnected. If the experience leaves one feeling drained or guilty, it indicates that the consciousness was not properly elevated. In the sacred texts of India, the divine union of Shiva and Shakti represents the cosmic marriage of consciousness and energy, spirit and matter. Every act of physical love between humans has the potential to mirror this divine union, to become an earthly reflection of the cosmic dance of creation. When we approach sexuality with this understanding, we transform it from a source of bondage into a vehicle for liberation. The body itself is a temple, and the sexual organs are not shameful or sinful but sacred instruments through which divine creative power expresses. To honor the body, to treat it with reverence, to use its capacities consciously and wisely, this is true spirituality. To abuse the body through excess, or to deny its natural functions through rigid suppression, both represent forms of spiritual ignorance. Young people especially need this balanced teaching. Too often they receive either puritanical messages that create shame and guilt around natural sexual feelings, or they are exposed to degraded cultural messages that reduce sexuality to mere physical recreation. Neither extreme serves spiritual growth. What is needed is education in the sacred dimension of sexuality, teaching that honors both its power and its proper place in a balanced spiritual life. As souls progress on the spiritual path, their relationship with sexual energy naturally evolves. What once seemed overwhelmingly important gradually loses its compulsive grip. The consciousness becomes increasingly satisfied by the inner bliss of meditation and divine communion. Physical intimacy, if it continues, becomes less frequent but more conscious and meaningful. Eventually, for some advanced souls, the desire for physical union falls away entirely, replaced by constant experience of divine ecstasy. This natural evolution should not be forced or artificially imposed. Each soul must honor their own stage of development and follow their own inner guidance. What matters is not whether one is celibate or sexually active, but whether one's relationship with sexual energy is conscious, balanced, and aligned with spiritual growth. In conclusion, the path to experiencing sexuality as sacred requires a fundamental shift in consciousness. We must move from seeing physical union as merely a bodily function or source of pleasure to recognizing it as a potential doorway to divine experience. We must approach our partners not as objects but as embodiments of the divine. We must bring meditation, breath control, and spiritual awareness into the intimate sphere. We must honor the tremendous power of sexual energy and use it wisely, whether through conscious sacred union or through transmutation into spiritual force. When humanity collectively awakens to this understanding, when we heal the split between sexuality and spirituality that has caused so much suffering, we will take a great leap forward in our collective evolution. We will create relationships based on genuine soul connection rather than mere physical attraction. We will raise children who are free from sexual shame and dysfunction. We will channel the vast creative power of human sexuality toward the elevation of consciousness rather than its degradation. This is the vision of sacred sexuality, not as license for indulgence, but as recognition of the divine potential inherent in all aspects of human experience. May all souls awaken to this truth and experience the profound joy of union, both human and divine.